Some leadership stories end in the boardroom, but this one pauses at the training room, cuts through a tech flow, and lands at a foosball table. In part 4 of the Pierian Story, we are in Pierian's corporate office, where strategy, systems, and very real humans come together. You'll meet the AVP who's been quietly stitching tech and processes together with Zoho, a director who joined as an intern, took a break, and came back and now leads a joint venture with a US CPA firm, and a delivery head scaling international finance while holding on to culture and care. And then there's Chetan and Guru, who are co-founders, CAs, and today's foosball rivals, answering rapid-fire questions on risk, AI, and growth between goals. Join me, Gina Barwani, as we close the Pierian Story with the people who actually live it. Hello.
Hi, Gina.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah, pleasure. You done with the other floors?
Yes, 2 floors are done, sir.
Welcome to our corporate office. I'll be happy to walk you around.
Sure.
So this is our corporate office. So we have a registered office, which is about a mile from, maybe a kilometer from here, I would say.
Okay.
So this is our corporate office. We moved into this office in 2023.
All right. Okay.
In Bangalore we have 3 locations, and we are a completely South Bangalore firm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we have one delivery center which is in Jayanagar 4th block.
Okay.
That's where we have about 150 of our employees sitting.
Correct.
This corporate office floor, this is the second floor. Here we have our corporate finance and our HR teams, our IT desk, our admin, and this floor on one wing. And the other wing we have a team of delivery experts. Our IT team, our CTO sit in that office. I'll walk you around.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like how your office is positioned where, like, in the center, as you say, notice this trend, and the center is the reception, and then around it is 2 offices either sitting both there.
I mean, we were fortunate to get these offices the way it is. We didn't actually build them. We acquired them the way it is.
All right.
Yeah, we did some minor changes. For instance, is
Like a pantry or
dry pantry is something that we've our training room.
Sure.
So this is a 45 seater training room,
All right.
and we take training our staff very seriously.
Correct.
We have a mandatory training program. Every employee needs to log in
Okay.
a minimum hours, depending upon the level in the organization and the client that they work for. So this is a centralized training center. So all multiple offices, we have about 12 delivery centers in India.
Okay.
So people can log in from any office and attend any of the programs.
Trainees.
So there is a fixed training calendar. So as I was saying, this is not what we conceptualized to build. We were fortunate to get these offices.
Yeah.
And we've kind of tried to make the best use of this.
I like how your lab, like the fun elements also on the wall and all of it.
Yeah.
That brings out.
So this is this wing, which is the west wing of this corporate office. We have delivery centers.
Okay.
This is our payroll team.
All right.
As you can see, this is
Yeah.
kind of restricted for obvious reasons. And this is a small place where we have our sales and
All right.
project management team sit, and some advisory team sit here.
That's nice.
If you're lucky, you may be able to meet a couple of our leaders here.
Sure, definitely.
Some of them have come to this office for a meeting. So let me see. Oh yeah, here they are. You're lucky. Hi folks. Hi. Hello. Meet Ashwini Murthy. She is Gina from Zoho. Mr. Prakash Pai, Chartered Accountant. Mr. Raghavendra Tate. He heads our business process management team.
All right.
Ashwini Murthy is a director of our joint venture with Baker Tilly and Pierian Services. She heads the entire admin and the client accounting services wing. Prakash Pai, senior chartered accountant, he heads the offshore team. Let me do one thing. I'm going to leave you folks with her and you with them.
I'm going to come back and pick your brains on different segment, where I'm going to ask your questions about your role and deep dive into that. Sure. Yeah. I'll see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi, Raghavendran sir. It was really nice meeting you and getting introduced to you by Gurunath sir earlier in the other part 1.
Yeah.
I would like to take 5 minutes of yours. I just understand What role do you play in the organization? And tell me all about it.
Okay, I'm AVP, Associate Vice President BPR and the Technology Enablement. Okay, so I play key role in taking the strategic initiative for for the Pierian's transformation journey, where I play the strategic role in terms of understanding the overall long-term objectives
Correct.
and align with and transform into the to see that how do we leverage the technology and understand their process design and what is the overall long-term goals. So as a worked here in Pierian for 15 years, I started and taking over the role of Zoho, and today I give the solution designs for internally and also as well as our external clients.
Yeah.
Um, so most of the solutions we give in Zoho platforms.
Okay. That's
Okay.
nice.
So because the Zoho has a platform, if you look at the recently where I see the creator, right? And there are so many other take it even Zoho people, right?
Yeah.
So the creator is give us the low code, and also that is actually enable me to the gap the bridge between the various technology platforms. So that is where I'm coming from.
And since you've been here for 15 years,
Yeah.
you've seen the company grow, right?
Right.
Right? The entire group or Pierian group.
Right.
How does that feel as of date?
It feels very nice
Career
because
we-
it's very nice because Pyrians when it has started. So I've seen from where I've taken the baby steps to taking the position of leading the business process reengineering and the automation. It was really great, and the founders Gurunath and Chetan Venugopal has given us that kind of push
Correct.
or encouragement for us to give the various opportunities within the Pierian services. Earlier when we were leading the business process reengineering, then that is when we started we need to automate using the technology. So that is where we have got the opportunity to implement the Zoho books, right? So when we started in 2018 Zoho books, that was very standard or basic, I would say that, right? So there are certain things,
GST had just come in.
DST adjustment, all those things, right? So then we started moving, when we started Zoho books, Zoho people, recruitment we started. But today, if you look at that, so in Zoho people itself, where we have actually developed many forms within the Zoho people. There are certain things we have automated. For example, you take whether it's a petty cash or the travel request form or the attendance, for the HR related things. So many things, even RCAs, right? Today, business needs the RCAs, right?
Correct.
Currently, because the users cannot use multiple platforms, right? So the Zoho is the platform where we can actually customize to the extent possible. I would say that 80 to 90% actually you can actually customize it. Okay, and even the Zoho support staff, they generally whatever the request we raise, it they generally take about T+1 or T+2, right? So and also they take our input. In fact, we are given many inputs in 2018-19 itself that actually they implemented in the Zoho books.
That's nice. So I like that how Pierian is also giving us feedback at Zoho so that we implement those strategies to make the products even better and more usable and customizable for like not just Pierian but other clients as well.
Correct.
Yeah. So you said that you mentioned like about bridging the gap between technology and your clients' needs, right?
Right.
On a day-to-day basis, where do you see the biggest gap in small processes? Tell me three processes on the top of your head that you see there's like a major gap which can be resolved going into the future.
Okay, for example, you take there are certain escalations where nowadays it's too manual at times. So there are two things we have developed. One is the Zoho desk where
Correct.
the client can actually raise the tickets, and there are certain escalations, and also we have there are certain KPIs we have built within the Zoho desk, So once it reaches the agents, then it go to a escalation point for the reporting manager and then the service delivery head. So that way, we can track, and also we can track their KPIs. At the same time, even RCA, root cause analysis form, right? So when we implemented that, obviously, when there is operations, we have to manage services, right? We take the client's operations, right? So when any process gap or any changes happen, so we need to raise an RCA. So that is the kind of RCA and what is the kappa for RCA. So everything is built within the people itself, right? So, and also we are given the hierarchy for that, like who should, whether, what kind of the process we have changed, or whether the technology has brought in for to fill up that gap and everything. So because that will be reviewed by the various reporting manager, service delivery head, and also the our CTO, the chief technology officer. So then the initiative will be taken. And also, if you look at today in finance, right? So if you take up from last 1 year, we have taken a lot of initiative automating the AR billing process.
Correct.
From Zoho people to Zoho books, right? So earlier it was completely manual ARM, where the finance was actually using the Excel sheet, right? So when we started using the Zoho people, okay, so business started using that, updating the invoice details, and through integration with analytics and the Zoho flow, we integrated seamlessly with the Zoho books, where there is absolutely no manual intervention.
Correct. So it's like at the click of a button.
It's a click of button. Yeah, there is some kind of review needs to be done. Validation needs to be done. That is,
But that's
but otherwise,
you need any
there is any use case based.
Yeah.
Correct. So
That's interesting. That's really nice, sir. It was wonderful talking to you and interacting with you over here.
thank you.
And keep continuing to leverage technology and make businesses even more better.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ashwini ma'am, I am really excited to meet you again. It was nice catching up with you and being introduced to you by Gurunath sir earlier during the office tour. So I want to pick your brain on one thing. I heard that, you have started off as an intern right now and you have grown into this position that you are. Tell me all about that entire journey.
Sure. Thank you so much. So basically, I started as an intern, not knowing what to do in my life, like any fresh out of college kid, almost fresh out of college, I would say. So I started as an intern, close to 2 decades in Pierian. And I have got an opportunity to wear multiple hats here.
Yeah.
So I have done SOX audit assignments. I got an opportunity to head the offshore division, and also there was an opportunity for me to be in US for few years, where I was able to kind of complete my CPA course certification, and I worked for one of the partners of Pierian, and kind of was able to bring that account back to India.
That's nice.
And started heading the offshore division once I came back from US.
Yeah.
And for a very short period of time, I was heading the O2C division of the e-commerce department. And now heading the operations of one of the joint ventures that we have.
Correct.
With one of the largest CPA firms in US.
That's amazing. So you've literally seen the organization grow, right?
Yeah.
From a CA firm to what it is today. Yeah. More like a business consulting organization that it is, right? How important is for people to understand what offshore is? Can you tell me, like I'm a 5-year-old?
Sure. So, thankfully, when we started working, that is when the market opened up.
Yeah.
So, that is when when we heard of US accounting, offshore accounting, is when we started hearing about it. So, we all started looking at what better opportunities we have. We always were a very, very traditional Indian accounting firm, right? So that is when we started looking at what next we can do. That is when one of the, SOX engagements came in, wherein we started working in Singapore. And then we started looking at what we can do in, of course, the Americas or the Far East, like Singapore and other countries. So we started with, I would say, very, very basic accounting or bookkeeping, as we say.
Correct.
And now we have grown into a level wherein we give them the tax advice, we do the entire month-end close, we do the FP&A, and consulting CFO services is something that we provide. So I would say from bookkeeping to to where it is, we have come a long way.
Then there's also, like I understand, since you've had like a 20 plus or 2-decade journey over here at Pierian, there might have been quite some times where, you would have wanted to concentrate on your personal life or concentrate on other things rather than work. How has the organization supported you at that point of time?
Okay, that's a very good question. In fact, at one point in time, I had to, kind of take a step back from my professional career, which was a real difficult decision for me to focus on my personal priorities. That is when I approached the management and they were extremely flexible about it. And I was able to work as a part-time consultant for a few years on my own terms or at my time and, at the flexibility that I wanted to. But when I decided to come back full-time, I was not just welcomed back in the organization, but I would say I was embraced. So that was an amazing, I would say, not all companies would place that amount of trust in you or they would, want to give that opportunity for us to focus on what we really want to do at that point in time. So it's, I would say Pierian doesn't treat people just as employees, but really as human beings. So
That's nice. And thank you so much for that answer.
Thank you, Gina.
It was really nice being introduced to you earlier, Prakasa, during my office tour. And
Thank you.
I would want to pick your brain on one thing. Tell me about the role that you play in the organization.
Right. Pierian has multiple business units, and one of the business unit amongst it is International Finance and Accounting.
Yeah.
I manage the service delivery for International Finance and Accounting division. This has been my 6th year with the organization. When I joined this organization, if my memory is serving me right, then probably we were like less than 100. We were like 70 to 80 people. And we just had 2 delivery center, one in Shimoga and in Bangalore. Now we have 3 delivery center, and we have grown to a size of about 210. And it's been an enormous growth, and I see this grow much more multi times, I would say, in years to come.
That's nicer. And how do you see what is like one leadership quality that is very important for you that, it stands the testimony of time?
I would say one leadership quality. Okay, so I would say there are a couple or more than that.
Okay.
A leader should always, factor in uncertainty. He should be adaptable to the fast-changing environment. Then he should be, I would say, a stakeholder. He should have a stakeholder-centric approach, and also he should nurture the talent and culture of the organization.
That's nice. AI coming into the picture in this fast-pacing world that we are in, how important do you see that, a leader should hold this quality?
Extremely important. We should look at AI as an enabler, and in all kinds of work that we do. And it is important that we should use AI in day-to-day decision, in day-to-day workings, and also as a tool to help us enable decision making.
Correct. That's nice. So thank you so much for this conversation. I've had a lovely time chatting with you.
Thank you.
And once again, I really hope that Pierian keeps growing and multifold.
Thank you. Thank you for your time as well. Thank you.
Ever seen a firm's co-founders play foosball? So let's get started and ask them some fun questions while they are having fun as well. Hello, sir.
Hi, Gina.
Hi. I'm not gonna interrupt you while your game.
Sure.
Continue
Sure,
to play.
sure,
I'm
sure,
just gonna
sure.
shoot some fun rapid fire question. Okay. So if your company was an app, what would its tagline be?
It was an app. Huh?
Yeah.
It's an app.
Pie.
Stop.
Grow the pie. Grow the pie.
Grow the pie. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's a nice one.
Grow the pie. Yeah.
And who scored a point over here?
Meat.
Well, he got one. Well, I'm ahead of the game.
All right, okay. My next one is, what's the most unusual client request that you've ever said yes to?
Usual client request. Somebody wanted to do a month in trekking. When we took them on a quick break,
Okay.
And we were scared because this was the first time in India that they had ever been to.
Correct.
And trying to get them on a mountain peak, where India, the safety precautions.
Yeah.
So scant to, right?
Correct.
That was a bit concerning.
He's going to shoot his shot.
See the sun.
If you had to explain what Pierian does to a 5-year-old, what would it be?
We teach. We, apart from being in business, we also help people learn.
Okay.
So we teach how to count numbers, and then we'll be good at numbers.
See, every business needs a finance, right? So you need somebody to keep a record of the business
Correct.
transactions and all of that. Without that, the business will be in deep trouble. So, yeah.
All right. So, what's the boldest business decision you've taken that actually worked?
Oldest business.
No, I think that business is to start this. That's it. From there on, it's been pretty.
While that is true, but it's also a fact that the corporate office that we bought, this was just around the COVID time.
Okay.
An investment that we had to make to purchase the 18,000 square feet of office, which seats about 170 people. That's the biggest asset on our balance sheet today. So that was quite a big financial decision that we had to make.
That's nice. So, who is winning now?
Me.
All right. My last question. If you could automate one thing in your own day, both of you, what would it be?
Automate?
Anything in your day.
Running this business without I being around.
See, scoring goals without me even playing the game.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for this conversation and for the tour. And I hope both of you all win.
Thank you so much, Gina. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and big thanks to Zoho
Thank
for
you.
giving us this opportunity.
It was lovely, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.